Learning Fair 2022. We welcome back to the show Angela Klobuchar and Al Rosner. Nice to see you again.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Thanks for having us back.
Yeah. So the Learning Fair, only 1 year we couldn't do it.
Correct. Yep. July of 20.
It's back.
Yes.
Let's talk about the history of the Learning Fair. I remember the very first one. I think it was at Spring Arbor University.
Yes.
Right? And the Thoreses, I think they started it.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
How many years ago?
And that was 92. So this would be our 29th annual fair, but because of 20, it's our 28th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is the Learning Fair?
Kathy Glasgow, right? She was the one that ran it down.
Yeah, I that's a name I don't know
Yeah.
because I came in with the net. So,
Right.
and you asked the dates. When? Is that what you asked?
What? Who is it for?
What is it?
What do you do?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, it's an outdoor.
Here's some pictures from last year.
Yes, yay! I just love seeing that
was
banner.
It Northwest?
Yes. Yep. And so it's an outdoor hands-on learning fair for kids. It's free to the community, supported by anonymous donors. And it's just a time for kids to get their hands on all kinds of activities and learn what they love to do. It's so ironic that we often tell little kids, don't touch this, don't touch that. And then how do they learn what they love in life if they don't get to try it? So the fair is full of things that you would think kids normally would not get to do, like making rings out of a quarter or climbing around on a real fire truck and things like that. And the other thing too is, so many times in education we're focusing on four-year college education, and sometimes that's not the path that you need to get you to where you're spending the rest of your life doing what you love. Mm-hmm. And first things first, you got to find out what you love. So you get to try a lot of different things
like milking
and
cows.
Get you started on your path. That's right. Yeah.
It's 2 days this year.
Yes, yeah. It always starts on the second Thursday of July. So this year it's July 14th and 15th.
Al, I know that a lot of kids aren't headed to college, but there's opportunities to learn about some of the careers at this event. And of course, you, with Technique and Northwest Schools, have been getting kids on that path for many years. Will you have those kinds of exhibits this year?
Yep. We actually, Northwest and Technique have the partnership they've always had. It's doing really well, and I brought some things in to talk about from Technique just to describe what we do with kids at the high school. Mm-hmm. And careers is really the focus of this, and we really want kids to get their hands on as many things to learn about careers, because we need that in the schools, and we need the kids to get an opportunity to do that. In the past, we've done things with robots. Last year, we've done things with making little, like they're almost like the Cub Scout cars that we run down the track.
Pinewood Derby.
Yep, almost like the Pinewood, but they're made of metal because Technique's a metal manufacturer. But this year we are going to have some things that we're partnering with Jackson College, because the Northwest program at the high school is now looking at connecting and articulating with courses at Jackson College. So we're going to have a robot. It's a pick and place robot out there that the kids can use a teach pendant and move things around and pick things up. And then we'll have another device that's called a programmable logic controller. Doesn't that sound?
Sounds complicated over my head.
And they'll be able to control some motors and some other devices and sensors and so forth with them. And we'll have some people on hand to show the kids how to use it and let them play with that and talk about the careers that Technique has coming up and the future careers. I'm sure you're familiar with the latest adventure that Ronnie John Cox is on.
The next gen NASCAR?
Yeah, in fact, I brought you a hat from Ronnie.
Yay.
Nice.
It's called it's Technique Chassis, and that's the company that's in North Carolina.
So these are going to be the chassis on every NASCAR car.
Yep.
Made right here.
They're made right here in Jackson, and it's actually there's
cool.
3 sub-assemblies that come together, and they get assembled in North Carolina, so they can be distributed to them.
Amazing.
And those are the ones that are running right now, the cars that are running right now.
That's an example why we need to remember to be proud of Jackson and raise our children to be proud of Jackson. Really.
When you look at that word technique, what I teach in my classroom is I teach a model called a systems model. And the systems model, basically, you've probably heard of input, process, output. Well, the process section, we break it down into two functions. One is called resources, and there's 7 of them. And the kids all memorize them: people, information, tools and machines, capital, energy, time. And then the second thing is our techniques, and hence the name of the company, Technique. So when you look at what the students learn from using hand tools all the way to programming CNC machines, to looking at 6-axis laser machines, Technique is probably one of the companies in Jackson County that has the most advanced technology and employs people with high skills to run this advanced technology. And that's what the partnership brings for Northwest, is we are looking at these kids as they come through the ranks to who's going to be successful with these techniques that they have naturally, so we can unlock that talent and give them a great paying job with potential for benefits and growth without having to go to college, because a lot of kids just aren't ready to go to college at this point. We've got 4 students in the Technique U program that are going to be out there, and one of them actually came through the STEM program.
That's pretty cool.
Some of the things that Technique makes, I brought a couple pieces in this here. Any idea?
Some sort of nose cone to a spaceship.
Exactly.
Really?
It's actually the front cone of a plane, of an aerospace, but it was a plane that went out of production many years ago, and because Technique does difficult productions, they couldn't get anybody to make it. So we engineered it, re-engineered it, and it actually has the back you can see in here. I don't know if you can really see it, but the back is actually chemically machined. We didn't do that. We sent it out to have it done, but you can see what it does here.
Mm-hmm.
But the engineering that went into this to get the angle and so forth, it holds an indicator light on the nose of a plane.
Very cool.
And then you're familiar with this, right?
Yes, the
Unfortunately,
face
yeah.
masks.
Right. This is Technique Medical. The nice story that I tell about this, one of our students that graduated and went through the Technique U program is Wayne Maynard. And Wayne, when Ronnie was presented with this, and we were all hands on deck to make this face shield for Henry Ford. But one of the things that has to be done is there's a strap that has to be sewn with a sewing machine. And he went around, who knows how to sew? There wasn't a single, except for Wayne, because Wayne had Dee Dee Rush's class where they learned some sewing at the high school. He was in his glory. He had, I remember coming in there and seeing 25 sewing machines and everybody lined up, and Wayne was teaching everybody there. I mean, managers and everybody that were doing sewing, Wayne was teaching. So it's just a really cool place to work, really cool company. Whenever we
the Learning Fair.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Now I saw the cotton candy machine. There's food besides
Yes.
treats.
Yep. Yeah, there'll be a free lunch station each day, 1 to 3 for the kids, and then there's also concessions for purchase. Yep.
Anything people need to bring with them? It's free admission?
It is free, yeah. So probably just, other than enjoying the free lunch for the kids, you probably want a little bit of cash for some concessions.
Sunscreen.
Dress comfortable, sunscreen, your water bottle,
Yep.
and just come ready to play and learn and spend some time. Don't be in a hurry. There is plenty to do for a full day. And that would be the one thing I would say to the parents, is to be ready to just relax and follow along and let your kids take their time at each activity so they can get the most out of it.
Parents hands off, kids hands on.
There you go. That's right.
Bring their
Step
camera,
back,
too.
parents. Yeah,
Make
and
sure you
the
get your
camera.
camera.
Wow, your phone these days
Yeah,
is
yeah,
showing
yeah.
your age, Ale. But anyway, and we have some great exhibits in the manufacturing area and all throughout. We have a fire truck the kids will get to climb on, and plastics engineering with SPE will be there, and we have a blacksmith who's coming from Columbiaville. Bless his heart for coming and staying for 2 days just to do that, but he really stands out to me as a perfect example of what this is all about. He after high school he didn't go to college, and he became a blacksmith, and then he realized this is really art, and he started doing architectural commissions, and even though he doesn't need to, he does classes also for adults and kids just to help others find what they love too. So,
Sounds like a cool event.
Yeah.
Leslie
Together.
Tractor Club will be there.
yeah, and the Tractor Club will be giving all kinds of rides.
Great to see that.
Yeah.
See us this week already, Thursday and Friday at Northwest Elementary Campus.
Yes.
Yep,
All right.
on Lansing Ave. Yeah,
Good to see you. Thank you.
yeah. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Angela Klobuchar and Al Rosner with the 28th Annual Learning Fair. More to come on today's show.